Yeah, I mean, that's...
Good morning, everybody. Rick Rowe. We are live this morning. This is a cool place, super cool, and very important to all of us. We're all into fighting crime, okay? But we can't have a policeman on every corner all over town. That would take thousands. That would take an army of policemen. So instead, we have cameras, Terry, all over town, over 2,000 of them. And this is the Real-Time Crime Center. Why do we call it that?
Because we solve crimes in real time and we view things in real time.
So this place is manned 24/7. There were people just like this. These are members of the Shreveport Police Department, all of these guys, right?
Shreveport and Caddo. So
And
we've
Caddo.
merged with Caddo as well now.
Okay, so we have a camera, over 2,000 of them, watching things. If dispatch calls and says there's a call about something happening here, what happens?
So as soon as the call for service goes out, we hear it on the police radios just like the police officers on the street do.
Okay.
And then we have access to the CAD system, which is a computer automated dispatching. So
Okay.
just like in the police cars, the call for service comes up in text form. We get it as well, so we're hearing it. and we're seeing
Instantly, it comes into these cameras.
Instantly. As soon as we hear it and see it, dispatch puts
Wow.
it out. The police officer hears it and sees it, same as us.
Fantastic. And they're recording it as well for future use.
Correct, yes. Cameras are
Did we
recording.
just have an incident at a park here in the last few days?
Yes, sir,
And we saw it happen right here.
Yes, sir. Unfortunately, yes, they had it on National Night. It did occur.
Okay, but we saw it happen here, correct?
Correct, yes.
And we have the visual evidence because of
Correct.
what happened in this room.
Correct, yeah. We were able to give out information in real time with the minutes of the call for service going out. We were
Okay.
gathering information.
Wow, talk about fighting crime, preventing crime, solving crime. That's a beautiful thing. All right, Terry, come over. Terry's with Crime Stoppers. What happened yesterday? Mayor Arsenault declared it Police Appreciation Day.
It was Shreveport's Police Appreciation Day. During the daytime, we had Burgers for the Badge. And then last night was our first ever bragging rights bowling tournament sponsored by Lamar Outdoor Advertising.
All right, they're watching the bowling alley video now. What was that all about?
Oh, it was fun. 20 lanes of officers from all across the parish, Shreveport Police, state troopers, the marshal's office,
Okay.
sheriff, everybody competing against each other. But it's just you'll see from the video, just a tremendous amount of fellowship.
Right.
And everyone was just, again, it's appreciation. Everyone was so appreciative of the city putting this on for them, of the citizens. This is how the citizens thank their officers.
Why should we do that? I mean, these guys are paid a whole bunch of money. My
Oh,
gosh, come
absolutely,
on.
absolutely.
Why should we appreciate what they do?
Well, we've been up since 3 o'clock, so I don't think we're making enough money.
Okay.
But yeah, it's just that pat on the back. It's the hug that they see a lot of bad things all day long.
Absolutely.
And you can never put that much pay into it. So
Amen.
We've had hundreds of citizens all across go to our website. For $10, you can still sponsor an officer for those events. Those guys ate a lot of pizza last night. They really did. I got bills to pay.
And burgers, too.
And
That's
burgers,
great.
that's right,
And some of them
that's
are
right.
pretty good bowlers. Not
Yeah,
all.
yeah,
I was watching. Some are good, pretty good, some
The,
not so much.
And the winning team was from Shreveport Police. It was called the Chiefs All-Stars.
Beautiful.
And those were the winners.
All right, out of time, but again, I want you to understand this is a fantastic thing, this Real-Time Crime Center. But the most fantastic thing is appreciate what these men and women do. They are the difference in civilization and anarchy. We love them. Back to y'all. You're right, the Real-Time Crime Center, this is super. This is state-of-the-art, folks, and you should be very proud of what Shreveport and Caddo Parish has, because this is as good as it gets. Let's refer to a specific incident, National Night Out, a shooting at A.B. Palmer Park. Kevin?
Yes, sir.
Dispatcher calls it in. What happens here?
So as soon as the call for service went out, we were able to hear it and see it in our platform. And
So this is the platform. These are all the cameras at A.B. Palmer Park right now.
Correct. Yeah, they're
Those
all
cameras came up. So as this incident is happening, and this is actually a shooting, somebody was killed.
Correct.
You're watching this.
Yes, sir. So as soon as the call for service came out, they immediately started trying to identify where the actual incident occurred. Once they found where the incident occurred, they were able to take a little quick 5-10 minute snapshot of what happened and then start deciphering who did what, vehicle description, person description, direction of travel, and actually what transpired. And then that information was immediately pushed out to patrol relatively in real time to start identifying the
I mean,
suspects.
that's amazing. This is an incredible, because someone was actually killed. Someone who claimed they were a victim turned out not to be, correct? We're not mentioning names or anything like that, but this is still under investigation.
Correct.
But you're able to, that's a tremendous amount of evidence that
yeah.
can be used later in court and will be. Now, Terry, you're with Crime Stoppers.
Yes.
This is incredible what you were able to
Yeah,
just
and-
a few nights ago.
And when you have information like this, that saves a plethora of time for a detective doing interviews with,
Yes.
what happened, because they roll it back and they found that the person that was the victim was the actual instigator, was the first
There you
shooter.
go. Wow.
And they were able to take it from there.
That could have
So,
taken months
absolutely
without the visual
and
evidence.
you really don't know the truth. This
Absolutely.
is always the truth.
It is the
doesn't
truth.
lie, doesn't sleep, it doesn't
Amen.
blink.
Yeah. It's like thousands of officers all over town constantly. They never sleep.
Exactly. Now, unfortunately, that on National Night Out, that was an unsanctioned event. They did
Okay.
not apply for a permit because, honestly, they didn't want the police there.
There you go.
Because the police show up at every event that's registered.
Amen.
As a way of saying thank you.
All right. Speaking of that, we had a little something yesterday. There was a lot of burgers consumed by a lot of law enforcement.
Yeah, Burgers for the Badge was our first event for Police Appreciation Day yesterday. 500 burgers went out like that. It was a great day.
Yeah.
And then we rolled into
The bowling alley.
The bowling alley,
Yeah.
sponsored by Lamar Advertising, and Willis Knighton is obviously a big.
Absolutely.
source of,
Thank you, Willis Knighton,
respect.
Lamar Advertising, and anybody else that spent money to make both of these events happen. Because the
Absolutely.
idea is to appreciate what these guys do.
Absolutely. I mean, the 24/7. They're there beating the streets for us. They're
Right.
ready for when you call, and this is just part of it as well. This is your tax dollars spent
Amen.
very well.
Amen. By the way, Crime Stoppers is another aspect of this. In our next hit at 6:15, we're going to really get into what happened. We have an actual event.
Yes.
There was a call in, a tip. We trained the cameras on the area, caught the bad guys, and the reward was given.
That's
We're going to
correct.
talk about that in our next hit at 6:15. But folks, be very proud. This is, as they mentioned, these are the men and women, the difference in civilization and anarchy, our policemen and policewomen, and the Real-Time Crime Center. Back to y'all. Good morning, everybody. Behind the Badge this morning, you're going to love this place because this place is solving crime and actually stopping crime. It's the Real-Time Crime Center, and this is state-of-the-art, folks. There are over 2,000 cameras constantly 24/7 observing different places in town. A few months ago, there was a call, Terry, from Crime Stoppers. There was a call that there was drug activity near a local school.
Yes.
What happened?
The tip came in and said that a certain house in a school zone
Okay.
was had heavy drug traffic.
Okay.
And maybe even selling drugs as well.
All right.
Which is obviously a big concern when you have
Sure,
students
right
in
around the
area.
school. This
Yeah.
is not the actual area, but this
No.
is what would have been observed and was. So you go to the detective,
Mm-hmm.
and they find these cameras that are trained onto that particular area, and what happens?
Yeah. So an example like this, what the tip comes in, it goes to the detective. They can come to the Real-Time Crime Center and see, do we have coverage of this
Okay.
location?
All right.
So here, you can see if he zooms out a little bit and moves to the right, we can grab some residences here. This isn't the residence, but you can see we can get good video of drug activity.
And you actually did.
Yes,
So
so-
you saw the drug activity that the tipster said was happening.
Yes.
Proved he was correct.
Yes.
And he was rewarded for that.
Yeah, so the detective can then get a search warrant by providing the tip information and video evidence that there is activity there.
Okay.
Search warrant happens. They went in, they found the drugs, they arrested the people, and because it led to an arrest, the tipster got $1,000.
$1,000.
$1,000.
My
reward.
goodness.
Yeah,
Now,
drug activity in the school zone is very
it's a big deal.
Yeah.
And you're paying out about $8,000 a month.
Yeah, 8,000 the last 4 months. We're breaking records.
The incident at the Walgreens,
Yeah.
Line Avenue, right across the street from Byrd High School.
Correct.
That was another big one.
Yeah, the delivery driver that was shot delivering
Right.
the prescription
You got how many
drugs.
tips on that one?
Probably 40.
40.
40, yeah. It was a late night. My phone was going off all night. Actually had a tipster in his apartment complex waiting for him to come home. to alert us real time just for the police to be there. But
Wow.
he wound up not going home.
Okay.
Wound up hitting the road and going to Dallas, I believe.
Okay. Was that tipster rewarded at some point?
That didn't lead to the arrest. So funny story with that. One of the tips that I received gave me really good information about where he was actually going to.
Okay.
I believe in Fort Worth, and so we were preparing for that. But on the way there, he robbed a payday loan place and was arrested there.
Okay.
So.
All right, but here's the bottom line is
But that
these
was that was
tips,
a $5,000
when they come
reward.
in and it's actually a valid tip and we catch the bad guy,
Yeah.
there's a nice reward for it.
There is, yeah. Like I said.
The other thing, real quick, I'm almost out of time, my brother. What happened at the bowling alley last night?
Oh, Police Appreciation Day. So we started it with Burgers for the Badge in the afternoon, and then moved on to the Bragging Rights Bowling Tournament,
Okay.
sponsored by Lamar Advertising.
Fantastic.
And just a great night of fellowship, and
Yes.
all the agencies were there. So a lot of high fives, a lot of hugs. A lot of
Yes.
people haven't seen each other in a long time.
Yes.
Or maybe when they do, it's at a bad scene, not a good scene.
Amen.
So,
Everybody's happy.
exactly.
Glad to see you. By the way, thank you, Mayor Arsenault, for declaring yesterday Police Appreciation Day.
Yes.
These are the men and women, the difference in civilization and anarchy, who wear the badge, and we appreciate them more than we know. And you, folks, need to appreciate what's going on here. This is state-of-the-art, real-time crime center, solving crimes all over town. Back to you. Good morning, Nate and Shannon. You're right. This is a fantastic place, the Real-Time Crime Center. Let me tell you something that actually happened, and this was just a few days ago. National Night Out, there was a shooting at A.B. Palmer Park. We've got cameras now all over A.B. Palmer Park. There they are. What happened? Kevin, you're the director here. What happened? As soon as that happened, dispatch made a call, and what happened?
Correct. So as soon as the call came in that there was a shooting occurred at this location, we immediately started scouring the cameras to find where the incident actually occurred. As soon as we found where the incident occurred, we instantly started rolling back the video to start gathering information on who got shot, why they got shot, vehicle description, person description, direction of travel, and gave that directly to the patrol officers in a matter of a few minutes.
And you literally saw the shooting.
Yes, we saw the shooting and clear.
Saw who was doing the shooting, who was acting in self-defense, who was the assailant. The whole thing was solved. Within minutes, you had the visual evidence.
Correct. We had everything that occurred in that incident captured in video and available for the detectives for later litigation.
All right, so that's a beautiful thing. And there are over 2,000 cameras all over town that are trained 24/7. It's like having a cop on every street corner in town. That's a beautiful thing. Now, we had an incident, and this was one of the saddest stories I've ever done. Erie Street, Erie and Fairfield, this was several springs ago. Beautiful young lady, Landry Anglin,
Yes.
was just visiting her grandparents,
Correct.
having Sunday dinner.
Yes.
And there's a shooting. 2 cars shooting at each other going
Correct.
down Erie Street.
Correct.
And Terry, what happened?
Well, with the incident, what happened?
Well, let me say this. There was the shooting. They
Right,
were shooting
right,
each
right,
other.
right.
Sadly, one of those bullets hit her,
Right.
killed her.
Right.
Okay. We didn't have cameras at Erie and Fairfield in those days, and we probably still don't. But we have Ring cameras. Many, many houses on Erie Street and Fairfield and that whole part of town had Ring cameras, porch cameras.
Right.
We were able to tie into those, correct? And use those, but it took a while.
It took a while. So at that time, that takes boots on the ground. where the
People had to
detectives
knock on
had-
every door.
Knock on every door and say, "Do you have a camera? Do you have? If so, do you have any footage of
Okay.
this?"
And now there's a better way.
Now there is a better way
Okay.
because with the Real-Time Crime Center, whether you're a residential or a business, you contact them and register your.
Let me show you there. There it is. There it is. Sergeant Brown, come over here. Is it Sergeant? Did I get that right?
Yes.
All right. We might advance you to Lieutenant if I just say it. But the beauty of this is you've got a Ring camera. You've recorded this at your private residence.
Yes.
But if you're tied into the Real-Time Crime Center, they get the information in the video almost instantly.
From the cameras.
Yes.
Right. If you're tied in with the Real-Time Crime Center, then if your camera is registered with us,
Right.
then we can call in
Right.
and ask for that video.
Okay.
And then it's up to you to send us that video.
Right.
so we can download
But it happens very quickly. Somebody doesn't have to knock on the door and say, please do this. It's almost instant. And by the way, it doesn't cost a dime to do that, to be tied in. So instead of 2,000 plus cameras, we've got thousands more cameras on private residences and businesses all over town. It doesn't cost a dime to be tied in, folks, and it can be a huge advantage in terms of how rapidly we catch the bad guys, right?
Absolutely. It's a force multiplier.
Okay,
So,
there you go.
So if you have a camera, business, or your residential, you need to be part of the Real-Time Crime Center. Not only that, you can be alerted that there was a crime in your area. Then at the RTC, they back up and they take all the other cameras in that area,
Wow.
put that information together, and can solve the crime.
Bottom line, I know we're out of time, but be very proud of what goes on here, the Real Time Crime Center. Nate and Shannon, coming back to you.